Hi, my name's Mark Orr. I'm a golf professional here at Cranbourne Golf Club. Today what I'm going to do is do a series on clinics in terms of the level of your golf swing. Now, in terms of the level of the golf swing, it's a really important thing. Most people get told when they first start the game that they've got to keep their head down. Now, it is the single worst piece of information anyone can ever tell you. So if anyone ever tells you to keep your head down, do not listen to a word they say, because keeping your head down is the single worst piece of information anyone can tell you. The reason why is your head has nothing to do with the level of your golf swing. Never has, never will. The level of your golf swing has got to do with your hip bend, so it's got to do with this action. It has nothing to do with this. You can lift your head up as many times as you like, but it'll make one shred of difference, because your golf club is not, or in this case my cricket bat here, has got nothing to do with my head. Okay, so I can stand here, lift my head up and down, does not make the golf club move. So your head makes no difference in a golf swing. However, if it stays down, that then creates a problem. So if I put my chin on my chest, I then cannot rotate my torso properly. So keeping your head down causes problems, not solves them. In fact, it is the worst piece of information. It keeps me in a job though, so if you want to ruin someone's game, tell them to keep their head down, because that keeps me in a job. Now, the level of your swing has to do with your forward lean of your torso. Now, the movement comes from your hip joint, so it's this action. All right, so beginners, when they first start, always tend to top the ball, because as I start to rotate, there's an amazing amount of strain that goes from my lower back. So, of course, my body wants to stand up. Now what happens is I hit the top of the ball. Now, some bright spark tells them to keep their head down, so they bury their chin on their chest and then they go like this. And, of course, they still top it. All right, so essentially, people do not top the ball because they lift their head. They top the ball because they straighten their hips out. They do that action. So help you understand what golf is essentially the level of my swing is about getting the golf club to the right point when you hit the ball. So if I take my T-ball stand here, if I swing too high, I just hit the top of the ball. Very simple. If, however, I swing too low, I hit the T-ball stand. Okay, now when we start playing golf, most people don't swing too low, they tend to swing too high, and the reason why is that standing up of my back, so take the pressure off my body. So essentially with golf, same with T-ball, is I need to be able to get the level right to make contact with the ball. Now, nice and easy with a tennis ball and a golf club here, same thing. Is if I start from here, so here's my distance from the ball, as I lean forward, if I only lean forward to this point, then as I swing I'm going to hit the top of the ball. Alright, it's because I haven't leant forward enough. If I go down too low, then I'm going to dig the golf club into the ground back behind it. So it is understanding what level I need to be at to get the golf club to come down and make the ball pop up in the air. Now, the level of your golf swing is critical, so it's also bunker play, tee shots to a degree. All those things come about through level of the swing. So bunker play is essentially the same swing, and we just do it lower. It's why we work our feet into the sand, it just gets everything down lower. So the length of your golf club is critical when it comes to the level of your golf swing. Now, in my experience, most people play with golf clubs too short for them. So if I shorten my golf club, so my golf club's obviously been made for me, but if I shorten the length of the golf club as I lean forward, I then have to lean over more, which puts more strain on my lower back. As I start to rotate, my back doesn't like that. I want to stand up. As I stand up, I now hit the top of the ball. Alright, so the length of your golf club is critical in terms of getting the ability to rotate your torso correctly. So the level of your swing, start from here. As I lean forward, I get the golf club to the ground. If I maintain that angle, then I'll hit the ball up in the air. So the level of your swing is just a case of leaning forward until the golf club hits the ground. Now, as I said, most people in my experience do play with golf clubs too short for themselves. There is a couple of reasons for that, but generally speaking, manufacturers now, they're actually making golf clubs a lot longer than what they used to, because we're all getting taller. But effectively, the easiest way to find out your best angle, in my experience, is you stand up straight, lean forward until it feels comfortable, drop your arms. Okay, so for me that feels really good. That's too far bent over. This is too standing up straight, so here's really good. When I put the club in my hand, I want the club to hit the ground. So if that is sitting up in the air, fair chance my golf club's too short. If I've dug it into the ground too early, then effectively it's too long. Now, in my experience, most people don't play with golf clubs too long, they tend to play with them too short. And so the level of the swing is a really important part, because it doesn't matter how good my golf swing is. If I do a really good swing, but I'm too high, I'm just going to hit the top of the ball. Okay, the ball obviously won't work. Okay, so the level of your golf swing is essentially stand up here, lean forward until the golf club hits the ground. I've got to maintain that angle so that the golf club can then strike the ground. If I can't get the golf club down to ground level, the ball can't go up in the air, and that's a simple scenario as to the level of your swing. So from a practicing point of view, one of the best things to practice in is a bunker, because essentially you go into a bunker, you have to get your levels down lower. So if you are having troubles with the level of your swing, go and practice your swings and just practice hitting the sand out of the bunker. It's the best scenario for practicing the level of your swing, because as I said, most people get it too high, not too low.